Welcome to using useRef in Next.js Part 1, Persistent Values Without Re-Renders, an autism-friendly coding tutorial. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what useRef is, how it works, and how it's different from useState. We'll go at a calm pace with no jargon, and then we'll prove the behavior by running real code. useRef returns a stable object that stays the same across renders. That object has a property named current. That's where the value is stored. When we update current, React does not re-render the component, so useRef lets us persist a value between renders without triggering a re-render. Now let's compare useRef and useState. Both can store values that persist between renders. The difference is what happens when those values change. When you update state using useState, React re-renders the component. When you update a value stored in useRef, React does not re-render the component. So if a value should affect what the user sees, use state. If a value just needs to be remembered but doesn't control the UI, a ref may be appropriate. Now we're going to prove this with code. First, I create a ref called renderCountRef and I display its current value on the page. Then inside useEffect, I increment renderCountRef.current after each render, so if React re-renders this component, that number should go up. Next, I create a second ref called CounterRef and I attach it to this div that starts at 0. When I click the button, I read the div's text, add 1, and write the new value back using counterref.current. The important part is this. I'm not using useState anywhere here, so when we run it, the counter will change, but the render count should not. Now I'm running this code in the browser. Notice how each time I click add 1, the first counter goes up, but the render counter does not. That's exactly what we expect to see. So today, we saw what useRef returns, a stable object with the current property. We saw that updating current does not trigger a re-render, and we proved that by running real code in the browser. If a value should change what the UI displays, use state. If it shouldn't trigger a re-render, a ref may be the right tool. Next week, we'll build an accurate stopwatch in Next.js. Instead of relying on setInterval, we'll use timestamps and useRef to measure real elapsed time. Thank you for watching, and let's keep learning and growing together. If you'd like to support the channel, you can explore my Patreon shop at patreon.com/autisticcoder. I sell practical products designed for focused, calm coding. The link is also in the description.